You know, so first of all, I just want to say I'm thankful. As bad as and horrible my life is right now, and hearing these people talk in the hallways, I could see what life could have been. I'm listening to these people in the hallways because before taking shower and everything else, before while I was taking shower and they create these thoughts and things and try to make you subscribe to it, and then you hear these people who jobs is to really push people to accept this manipulation, and their assignment is to do these things, right? They talk about how I'm gonna be homeless and all this and that, this, which is things I do believe in a sense, because they do this to people. Now, regardless of what I'm gonna go through, I just want to say that I'm thankful that I didn't have to live life doing what they do. This is things that they try to block out. They're trash that the government uses, and I know they've done this to even women. So you hear women who become homeless. Not even some of the women actually have places to live, but decide to live on the streets or away from their home because of the radiation and whatever dark energy that they're experiencing. Now you hear these people that are contracted by the government to do these things, and then they're gonna die, right? Life doing what they do is humiliating. I know right now they try to block out that aspect of things, but I'm thankful. So this is the first thing I want to say before going ahead and talk about all the things they usually do to me and they've been doing to me. Before even making this video, they were doing random things. Right, I'm in the shower. They try to make me start accepting these ways of thinking as if it's me. They're trying to bring up things in order to make me accept this manipulation. I definitely feel myself losing my state of mind in a sense. They kind of can bring your head, your mind back and forth. Even me speaking right now, it's being tough. It's hard, right? I'm being lightheaded, fatigued. The brain is just feels like it's not functioning the way it's supposed to be. But I was in the shower and they were making me have this just. It was not even just specifically to this pedophile things they do to me 24/7. It was just random, but they would just like change thought and then bring it to something else and then going back to and just kind of bring me into a state of just almost mental illogicalness, almost mental retardations, where you just can't even think straight. But they just also brought like moments when I'm in my head, like before August 19, 2019, when I was me. Sometimes I will have like just some imaginations where I imagine like shower thoughts. And I'll make myself laugh. It will be like very abstract, not even abstract, like a little just kind of funny. I'll create scenarios of these stars and this and that, and just make myself laugh. And it's kind of like, and I'll be like, that's like make myself laugh. We all have those moments where we're in the shower, we're somewhere, we just like, make ourselves laugh about things that they are not real, but we just create this and then create this, like imaginations of daydreaming of some sort, which is almost like, and you really get into those. I was definitely a daydreamer, and definitely was somebody who lived in my head. Not live in my head, but I was in my head sometimes. Create imagination. Like typical people. Typical. Most of us do have those moments, but these people are controlling now my thoughts, my imaginations. But they try to make it feel like it's me. So sometimes they go into like creating imagination they created, but it's not like nasty or disturbing in the sense of like the pedophile things they do, but just like making me imagine this person with this like a star doing this and singing, and then they like which is things that I could have made myself imagine, but I know it's them. And then they start making me feel different ways and to feel and then just make it me feel like losing my mind almost, right? And it's like, oh no, but you thought this kind of ways sometimes, It's like, yes, but I know you guys are doing this to make me lose my mind, right? This is the way to just kind of give me weird feelings, and then going back into like it's just different. I'm not even talking about, obviously, I'm talking about the non-pedophile things that they try to make it me feel like it's me, like mimic me a little bit, but with them controlling. Like imagine some stars doing this with and then that, and then the storylines, and they like I've definitely made myself imagine those things. But you understand they're trying to do the same thing so they can implant their nastiness and then make you lose your mind too. And so, oh, you see, that was you. You see, we're just matching. It's like, no, you're just trying to mimic me so you can create your nastiness and then make me lose my mind. They also do these things where Sometimes I had like moments where I have anxiety. I remember, less and less now, but sometimes, especially when I was at work, especially when I'm like extra caffeinated, I will get like a little bit tense, and like have to calm myself down, right? I had those moments. I did have like anxieties, like especially at work. But now what they do is like they force me to experience this anxiety, give me feeling weird feeling of just like a weird feeling, like extra caffeinated. It's just extreme weird feeling stimulated by them. As you say, you see, we match now. It's like you forced me to feel this. I know I can feel my brain going there. It's like that extra caffeinated thing where it just almost gets you like angry and awkward. Like it just, you're forcing me to feel this. Now I've been like I remember, before I was manipulated, before this V2K thing started. I remember being in a work, being super drank so much coffee, and and plus the anxiety and everything, and I would get like a little bit nervous when I speak, and my mind was just like, okay, calm down, just yes. These people thinking that I'm gonna let them live their fantasy. You're trying to mimic me so you can implant your nasty things. Their job is to manipulate you into accepting these disturbing pedophilia things. And they're like, no, they are. No, no, we're analyzing that they are. No, I get what you're trying to do. These people, as a target individual, what they're trying to do is to make you accept these manipulations. They're going to try to make you feel like it's you. You're going to hear that. They're going to try to mimic you so they can control you. So you can go along with these things even more. It's just part of the manipulations. They try to create feelings and anxiety and try to mimic it to something else, and they try to create, like when you get like extra anxious or extra caffeinated or extra, and then try to then implant their pedophilia things or do some other things and say, oh no, they are, you see. And they say in different tones, they are, they are. It's just obvious. And when you call it out, it's like, there's some other the most disgusting thoughts that are so illogical and disgusting. It's just crazy. I mean, just so this extreme. Like there's the extremes that is just like so disgusting, and you're supposed to go with it. I don't even. I was going to talk about it, but it's just too much. I'm not even going to talk about it there. It's just disgustingness and just disgusting things. You know, where there's not even like they don't even try to kind of mimic you or whatever. They just force you to think this like way would I even try to camouflage it or anything like that. So that's the nasty thing. But when you laugh at some of the things they do, they have to like the level of illogicalness is sometimes is comical. And when you laugh at the level of illogicalness, they bring up what's going to happen to you, or they say something like, you they're laughing, they're laughing. They use this mean voice, right? This menacing voice. They're laughing because you're laughing at how almost on the spectrum this thought is, and they know it's just illogical, but they want you to take it seriously because they want you to accept this nonsensicalness, but they also know it's illogical. So they're like, oh, they're laughing. It's like, yes, you just made me think that this is a logical way of thinking, and I know what you're trying to do. These people are trash. You gotta be strong. They're gonna really try to do everything possible to get you to accept these disgusting feelings and sensation and stimulation that they manipulate. Matter of fact, so this picture you see, this is an ad for what's it, Alexa? You see this little girl, stimulation, disgusting things, and immediately they do the nasty thing. As I'm trying to take a screenshot immediately because I'm going to talk about it, and they do these weird things which I laugh about because it makes no sense. Where now, like if I bump myself in like the private area, or like I hit my belt area or something like that, they're like, you see, you worry. What do you they like? Try to make it seem like you try to do something sexual, or you lean your hand on your belt area or whatever, and they make you feel uncomfortable. Oh, you see, it's disgusting. So I'm like, now I feel uncomfortable with my own body because they're gonna try to turn things into some pedophilia things. So as I'm Taking a screenshot, I'll take the screenshot and then make me think, oh, did you bump your hands when you were doing the screenshot to like your like belt area? What? It's like first of all, I don't think I did, but they're like, no, you did. So what you think? I'll be like, a kid there. Don't let me bump myself. Like these people, they're illogical. You see, no, the see they are. Even that, and when I laugh about things like that, it's like, oh, they'll be laughing. They'll laugh. These people are disgusting, retarded, and they have to make themselves childlike and tell me I'm gonna bomb and all that. Like, is this how you live life? And then when you laugh, because it's just that illogical, it's like, oh, they're gonna laugh at you. They're gonna laugh, huh? This is the world they're in. And it's like, oh, we see you, we won, you bomb. It's like, matter of fact, the truth is, I don't think I did. I actually didn't. I'm pretty sure I didn't. I'm almost 100%. I just like I did a screenshot with, but it make you feel a feeling of like you felt something, like you feel like some pressure down there, like a pressure that didn't even happen. But even if that happened, you understand how illogical that makes that thing is, and that's why it's laughable. It's like so you think that let's just say that this thing that didn't happen that happened where I take a screenshot as I'm taking the screenshot, I bump myself. But what do you mean? You understand? And you hear people outside them start to talking to like, no, they didn't. This is obvious what they do. They are trying to get you to lose your mind, but also accept these pedophilia things they do to you, and sometimes in the most illogical ways too. They're disgusting and just childlike people. And then when you laugh at how obviously illogical this is, they're like, oh, they laugh. Because one, they want you to subscribe to these pedophilia things, and two, they want you to accept these illogical things of this nonsensicalness of that the things that don't even make sense. So oh, he'll be laughing. Oh, you get raped. Traumatized individuals, these people are here to break you down, to dumb you down, and to make you as illogical as possible. As I'm saying that, they tell me using their sensible voices, they'll rape. It's like, okay, I'll get raped, but I will never subscribe to these things. You guys do these pedophilia things. You guys manipulate the brain in these weird ways and force people to accept these disgusting, nonsensical things. Death comes to all of us. I just pray to God to give me strength for the theater. I call the theater because what they're gonna do is they're gonna do these torturous things to me that is more theater than just purposeful. They're gonna try to make themselves look like they're doing it because we're gonna avenge. We're doing it. We're just fierce, vicious people that just wanna. When in reality, they're trash that do the peripheral type of torture. And I've been talking about how obvious they've been manipulating me in these ways, in these disgusting ways. And for them, they won't be okay. No, you'll see how yes, I've been in pain, in horrible pain. I live a rough, terrible life. But I'm thankful that you never had to live this nasty, embarrassing, degrading life. Then you're gonna die. You don't even know how. Death to them is something that scares. Some of them are terrified of it, even thinking about it. But I'm looking at this trash. Like, look at how your life is. Me, I'm dead already. I understand what killed me. I died in Pleasant Prairie. I died somewhere else. And you guys are here try to make me subscribe to these things. Look at your life. These people are delusional trash. They have lived their life doing these nasty things and try to counter the reality. You guys actually work for pedophiles. You guys are filled with people who filled with filled with actual pedophiles running the show, and you torture children. I know what you guys do, and you do the pedophile type of torture. I rather get beat to death than fucking in a program that this hope suffocate kids. Direct energy apply on infants. As I'm saying that they stimulate me, try to counter reality. That's the life they're in. They're like, oh, you missed. I was like, okay, good, I missed. You keep hitting right. You keep making, living the right life. No, there's no missing or hitting. There's just that I'm saying things that are gonna They're gonna try to block out, but it's gonna come back to them one way or another. That's life. You sold your soul to pedophiles, you know things are gonna come back. I know my brain is just being super, super on the spectrum where they try to make me accept these pedophilia things using this logical sense, try to make me accept these things in different ways. I'll never subscribe to these things. I'll never. And they try to make me feel like different feelings. It's like, but you felt like this when remember when you drank a little bit too much coffee. Sometimes you're over like caffeinated. You felt this way. It's like yes, you can mimic, create things, and then create more things to it, and then I manipulate things into other things. I understand that these people can are trying to make you accept these manipulations by mimicking things you experienced before and then changing them into something else. I know. And they call it war because what they try to do is like, oh, you see, we're just, it's you, we're just analyzing you. No, you're manipulating me. You're making me feel things that I will not feel naturally. Either if something you try to mimic and then change into something, or the usual pedophilia things that you do to me, this is what you do. And then you're doing the noise campaign to try to make me accept these things. Somebody open the door and say, mimic. That they use special people. And she's, she in her mind, she thinks this is like war. These people are delusional, childlike trash. And I say childlike because they're mentally almost on the spectrum when they do this thing. The technology is a sophisticated thing that is a sophisticated technology that is just, empower people to feel like gods, but the people who are involved in that don't have no self-respect when it comes to participating. Somebody open the door and say mimic. Because what she's trying to say is, oh, so if we mimic, so that means it's you. This is how illogical these people are. And they use people who are no shame, have no shame to be cowards and low lives. They call it they're daring, but they're just cowards. That's the kind of people they use. These people are gonna do everything possible for you to accept these pedophilia things and different manipulation as if it's you. It's not. Like I said, they're gonna mimic thing and try to change it into something else. So you can feel like this is something that you experience or something that no. They're just trying to implant their nastiness and want you to accept these things. Do not subscribe to this. Me, it's been very pedophilia centric. Pedophilia centric non-stop. When I look at a kid, they do nasty things. They do this and the nasty things. Children, nasty, nasty. Always disturbing things. Pedophilia centric. And at the time, they make me feel weird reactions, which I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm like super like caffeinated or something like where they trigger something in my brain to feel this way. It's like, okay, I know it's pure manipulations. So to all my target individuals, you see that picture? This ad. They want me to somehow believe that this is naturally happening. That I will react this way. Of course, I know it's not true. This is the things they do. It's the nasty pedophilia things they do. And I will never subscribe to it. However, they try to camouflage it, try to mimic and manipulate and then implant their nasty pedophilia things. I'm never gonna subscribe to this. For this thing, they can't even. There's no mimicking. You just make me feel nasty things, and then try to say, "Oh no, well, when you were a child, this is how you like." Shut up. I'm in my 30s. Like, stop. I'm not gonna subscribe to your pedophilia type of torture. At the time, it's like they give me this like weird, like weird stimulation in my brain, like some chemical release, like almost mimics like being over caffeinated and get you to feel weird. And then it's like, oh, you see that's just no, you're just releasing something in my brain. And then they aim this weird stimulation then toward children and give me these disgusting feelings toward kids, which is nasty sexual things. And so no, that's you. It's like no, I literally feel like my brain is just releasing something. And something's being released in my brain. I can feel it. It's just weird. I can compare it to like when I drink too much coffee, but now this feeling is just then changed into something else and then aimed toward children. These people are nasty. Obviously, they know what they're doing to my brain. They're doing things, and I'm never going to let them live their fantasy. However, they try to camouflage it. So, to all my target individuals, stay strong. This is one of many, many examples, and I will continuously make videos of those things, of how they manipulate me to feel these ways. For example, when you this picture of this ad of this baby. This, but by the way, I think I don't know if it's a black little girl or whatever. This little girl, they're gonna do these nasty things, even extra, and be like, "Oh no, that was you. We matched it. Be strong and know that justice will be done."